Hello, it's Matt, and welcome to episode 34 of Gross Oversimplifications, where I talk about how to do stuff to your guitar yourself. Trapped in your house. I hope you're not trapped in your house. I hope you are electively sequestered in your house. And what do you do in your house? You know, it's been like a month. And I know a lot of guitarists. They're getting pretty antsy. They start picking at stuff. Pun intended. They start finding fault with a lot of things. Maybe you start finding fault with yourself or your partners or your neighbors. Whew. My neighbors keep playing Wasted Years by Iron Maiden over and over, acoustically. Anyway, I should do one on mindful practice, shouldn't I? What I did want to have a chat to you today about is something that I used to notice when I had a job. Used to notice coming into the shop a lot. People like to DIY this, and I feel like they DI shouldn't. So I'm going to spend 3 minutes today talking about shielding your guitar. Okay, so first up, straight up, you can do it if you want. That's great. Go for it. This is not going to be a tutorial. I find them a little bit condescending, to be honest. Personally, in the shop, I don't like using that copper tape. I know a lot of people do like it. It is very good shielding. But I find that the adhesive can fail after a few heat cycles. So, and then you've got pieces of copper floating around in your electronics, and it's not so good. I prefer the conductive paint, if you can get the good stuff, or just replace any bare wire runs with shielded cable, and then you're all good. Now. Don't use kitchen foil, please. What I want you to think about is you've got your guitar, and like most modern guitars are actually shielded from the factory. So you get obsessed with these things, or you read stuff on the internet where it's like you need better shielding. You got grounding issues. Your house is wired wrong. All this stuff. What people are ignoring is straight up in a guitar. Apart from a couple of fenders, there's about that much wire. Really, like maybe a foot of cable inside a guitar. And we play with a disproportionate amount of gain these days, and we've got a perfect listening environment. We might be wearing headphones. We're in the house, it's nice and quiet, but there's lots of interference everywhere. You got fluoro bulbs and your dimmers and all sorts of crap flying through the air. We get obsessed with this guitar shielding, okay? Ignoring the meters and meters and meters of cabling between you and the amp, okay? And that's what I want you to think about today. So if you've got noise issues and you haven't got decent cables, because everyone likes to cheap out on cables for some reason, have a look at them. I'll put up some pictures because I can't show you, but what you want is like braided shield. Like marketing departments will say all sorts of stuff, oxygen free and corrosion proof and whatever. Just make sure your cables have a braided shield. There's lots of different types, because the cheap ones don't. If you've got these molded pieces of garbage, put them in the bin. I got this from a bin. The shielding on these is non-existent. It's garbage. So garbage belongs in the trash. Get good cables. Look at the pictures. Make up your mind. That'll do. Stay safe. And that beeping sucks.